What's going on, guys? LCG here, back with our little reboot of Oxygen Not Included. So, I'm going to start off by saying it's a beautiful Saturday morning, and by beautiful I mean it is dark and gloomy outside, which is fine. All right, no big deal. We're gonna make it through that. But we're here to reboot Oxygen Not Included. And this colony right now is looking mighty difficult, right? I'm not seeing there's a ton of water, but we're going to lose a lot of oxygen just to all these vacuum spaces. There's no air in these, which is really going to crush our oxygen levels. So the first thing I want to do is I want to start digging out in this direction and hope that we can find something. Okay. I would also like to do a a tiered system. So I think doing, maybe we'll go up. We might have better luck going up. And up this way. Yeah, this is a tough one. We got a difficult little world here. I'm not really sure what to do. I think we're going to drain all this down into here. That'll give us access to all this algae. There's a lot of fertilizer out here. Yeah, dang. There's a lot of carbon dioxide in here too, which I was not prepared for this early. With not a lot of algae around. Besides this, so we're gonna have to break into the CO2 in order to get it, and that's unfortunate. That's not what I like to see. It looks like, no, there's no more oxylite anywhere around here either. That's incredibly unfortunate. Okay, that's all right. We'll figure it out. Like I said, I think we're gonna start digging across here and up. And try to avoid that pocket for now, just because I don't feel we're ready to break into that just yet. But I'd like to do something like this, where we start bringing it up, right? That'll allow the carbon dioxide to settle at the bottom. And I don't know how quickly we're going to be able to knock some of this out without breaking open that water. And yeah, man, I don't know, this is a tough one. We'll see what we can do. Let's go ahead and get these guys started. I went with 3 vomiters, and they're all I forget what the perk is called. Let's see here. Yeah, diver's lungs. They use less oxygen. I felt that was important. Oh, good. There's some oxylite. We do have some. I just felt that diver's lung is going to be increasingly important. Especially later on. Let's go ahead and get their cots set up. And the beginning of this game is always hard, because you're kind of just throwing things down in hopes of getting it started early and doing well. And I'm also doing 4 tall pretty much everywhere we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. Ooh, man. Alright. This is going to be a wide base early on, and I'm probably going to throw up some tiles. Yep, see, I don't want to dig too far in that direction. Can we get any of that? Doesn't look like it just yet. Okay, so let's go ahead and dig those out. We'll dig these guys up. Sorry that you guys have to be working in the water here. I guess I'll just dig for now and see what we can find. And I'm going to do a little bit of digging, and I will bring you guys back here in a few minutes when we expose a little bit more of this base, alright? So everybody sit tight. Alright everybody, well, welcome back. So I've been working on just trying to open this place up a bit, right? A part of what I'm doing is really just breaking down some of this rock so I can get all the water right down here to the bottom, right? And that's filling up nicely, nice and quick too, actually. Excuse me. Still got a bunch of water up here, but the carbon dioxide's starting to build up, and you see I haven't built much besides I got 2 outhouses. And I'm going to need to get a research table set up, some power generation, the whole 9. And then I'm going to start staggering this right here. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wide, and then bring it up, and that should push all the carbon dioxide down here to the bottom. I think it comes from up here, and I think I've opened up quite a bit of space here, not as much as I need. I'm gonna have to keep going up on this side, obviously. You guys are probably looking at me like I'm an idiot for not doing that already, but I wish I could, you know, I might still be able to do it. We'll see. But create a V shape, right? Carbon dioxide's heavier, and that'll also allow me to concentrate where the hydrogen comes in later in the game. We got some people, Mozzarella's a little stressed out, but that's all right. We can really get these people taken care of, I think. I wasn't too impressed with this. The colony, the world generation to begin with, but I don't know what phosphorite's for. I haven't seen that before, I don't believe. The abyssalite I've seen. There was something else in here that looked brand new, so I'm kind of excited. Oh, we got a couple nice pockets of coal too, which will help with both oxygen and power a little bit later on. But we have a ton of water here. Like way more than I anticipated having this early on. And there's still more here that I don't know how I'm going to get it down here besides just putting a ladder straight down and letting it drain. That might, you know what? I think that's what we're going to work on right now. Whoop. Yep, we're not gonna do that. No, that's silly. Why would we build ladders like that? And then from here, 2, and 2 more, 2 more, 2 more, 2 more. Just allow it to drain down, and that should be good for that. And then we need to start pushing our tile. Actually, we can deconstruct that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just like we promised. And once again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh boy, I hope they get out of there. Come on, mozzarella. There you go. We don't want you underneath there. And I wonder if they can dig this. It looks like that's mostly unreachable. Which some of that should fall down, because that's all sandstone. It's wet sandstone. Hopefully that water will come out. I'm not sure. We'll build a ladder out to the side. So this is forcing all the carbon dioxide down in this direction. And I think we're going to put the sleeping chambers right here. I'm going to do that similar to how I did last time, where I give them, I think it was a 4 wide room. And they have to come in from the, I think it'd be better if they come in from the bottom this time. Because if it comes in from the top, then they're limited the oxygen. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do too much and work too little. So if I have their entry from the top, what? How? Whoop. Sorry about that. Alright, yeah. So if there's any carbon dioxide generated above them, then they're unable to get to their room. Okay, I guess maybe they can jump there. I don't know if they're going to be able to get that, which means we have to move the ration box. Isn't that big of a deal. Not what I want to be doing right now. Alright, yeah. So that's where we're at in this colony. You can see it's coming together surprisingly quick. I guess I say quick, but there really isn't anything actually being built. Just a bunch of this is in the works. And one thing that we do need to do is really get crank on the power. I'm going to pause this for a second. And an LG terrarium. So in order to do that, we're going to need power in our research station. So we will do... We'll put the power right there. And a couple of little batteries. We'll get our electrical wire to hook them up. And that'll be where the power comes from. And then we'll put the research station right there. And CO2 will run down. Once we get our research started, we can put our algae terrarium somewhere in here. Maybe put a nice little platform. Yeah. Well, I think we'll do a platform right here. Scratch that. We'll do our platform right there. And then we can keep digging this out. Let's see. We'll reject this guy. Or all of them. We don't want any more duplicates right now. Build our tiles. And, alright, well, you guys can see how this is starting to shape up and what our ultimate goal is. Where's station? Research station. Give me one of these. And let's get it some power. And yeah, I know I don't have to run it through the floor, but I just like to see it contained and not seen for the most part. We have, really? Alright. Farming tech. That's what we want right there. The reason for that is we get two things. One, the algae terrarium, which is great. We get the compost for our outhouses and a planter box. That's perfect for us. That's exactly what we need. Because although we're not running low on food just yet, we don't want to hit that point where we just don't have food. Interrupted sleep because you can't breathe. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. Elvira, we're going to get you taken care of as soon as I can, I promise. We got Elvira, Mystique, and Mozzarella. Mozzarella, that's a name I haven't ever considered naming a child. There we go. No fabrication queued. Why? Oh, novice research. Let's do it. Looks like we're well on our way, boys and girls. And back to digging this out. For those who are not conducting research. Why is nobody researching? We need to up the priority here. But yeah, so this is what our bedrooms are going to look like. I might just put them all on one floor and let them walk between. I haven't really decided yet. I didn't really plan this entire base out before getting to this point. So there's bound to be some gaps, and I probably should have done the research sooner. This is all kind of like a post-mortem, if you will, because realistically, let's be honest, I do blind Let's Plays. I think things are a little bit more fun that way, and it keeps the game interesting, if you will. If you want to see a professional play, then there's professionals out there who are doing a very good job. Much better job than myself. Of note, I think Blitzkriegsler is still doing his Let's Play of Oxygen Not Included, so go ahead and check him out. I'll try to make sure I throw a link to his channel in the description. Let's get this going. We're still trying to drain down this water as well. This right here is contaminated, but that should all sink to the bottom when it does come out. These guys are having a real tough time with this oxygen. So I want to get that algae terrarium up as soon as possible. How close are we? Not very close, but not too far away. And where we're sitting at right now for this episode, it's probably going to be a little short. I know the beginnings are always... They're a bit of a letdown for me. Not because... You know what? Let's throw some storage compactors in. What we'll do is we will deconstruct these. Actually, let's build new ones first. Because we don't want them getting too stressed out this early on. Go ahead and start building those, Elvira. There we go. Build your new beds. Because we're going to deconstruct these as soon as possible. Come on. Don't you worry about your oxygen. It's not that important. Halfway there. I keep hearing these little ding. Oh, it's them getting levels. And I wish I could designate like a safe vomiting spot. I really do. That'd be perfect. Unfortunately, you can't do that. Apparently, it's frowned upon to vomit. Ah. It didn't all... Yep. You move up here, sweetheart. Poor Elvira. Having to sleep in the CO2. Ooh, looks like they're all sleeping in CO2 now. Hey, I done goofed very early on in a bad way. But I think we'll be able to recover. We'll put a LG terrarium down here with a little floor lamp. We can get their tiles. Right. Oh, that's right. This one, cancel that build. They're spending too much time gasping for air, and I don't like it. So we need to get this stuff rocking. Notice that they're eating way off to the side. That's no bueno. I don't like that either. Daddy done goofed, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not what I meant to do. I never meant to hurt you. I heard that's a famous YouTube song. Unfortunately, they don't need a ton of power, but that doesn't mean they don't use it. Did I do that? No, I did not do that right. There we go. We got our steps back. And I'm very surprised at how quick the CO2 is building up in here. Hopefully this isn't the end of the episode already. We had a rough start. 17 out of 20. That's alright. We'll be good. Just keep climbing the ladder. Poor mozzarella. We don't even have a place to put the poo. No, don't clean it. Don't. Oh. Use this one. Mystique, if you gotta go to the bathroom. Ah, that's what I was hoping to avoid. Alright, that's what we were hoping for. Oxygen, algae terrarium. 1, 2, do we want 2? Yeah, we better use 2 for now. We'll put a compost right down here. I forget what the output of a compost is. Let's prioritize these. And we can always disable one if we need to, but we got plenty of algae for right now. And I'm kind of happy to see that there's so much over here. My pause, there we go. There's so much slime over here for us to convert to algae later on. That's nice. We got our algae terrarium up. That can start converting the CO2. And boom! Get back to digging as we make some oxygen. Let's look at the overlay. It's in there. Whew. That was a close one. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Next thing I think... Ooh, wait. Am I... we do gas next or liquid? Let's do gas. Yep, we're doing gas piping next because we're going to build a chamber and we're going to pump as much, well, a chamber. I think we're going to try to enclose a room off and just pump as much CO2 as we can into there. Rumor has it that you can turn cold carbon dioxide. We need to wall this off. Very quickly. Yeah, I don't like the, I don't like that situation right there. But we're doing better on the oxygen. Get our tile. I'm going to slow this down a little bit. Yep. There we go. We can build a couple planter boxes for food. We'll just go ahead and put those right there for now. Actually, let's not. Cancel that. We'll put the planter boxes right there for now. And this is going to be our dirty air area. And hopefully this should be pushing oxygen up and the carbon dioxide down. We've got all this toxic air contaminated for now. And this is going to rise up. So what we'll try to do is have a pocket for that as well. Not sure how we're going to accomplish that, but we'll do it because that's what we do, is we strive and we survive. Poor mozzarella. What I want to avoid is what happened last time, where I made too many decisions as a reaction. I would build things because of an immediate need. I'm okay with letting these guys suffer a bit if that means not having to rework the entire colony. That won't always happen, which is okay. But there's no point in rushing something like the CO2 situation if we don't have to. And reject. And you know what? I don't know how much this will help. Let's pretend there's a door there for now. That may help keep some of the toxic air in here. And I think this is working kind of like it's intended. I can see that the oxygen's still pretty heavily concentrated up here, and there's quite a bit down here. Yep. What's wrong with these plants? Why aren't they growing? Alright. We're going to want those. We're going to want the floor, the gas permeable tiles for the floor as soon as possible as well. So we kind of got to make a rush for that one. Let's see. Should we put the oxidizer down here somewhere? To help push the CO2 down. Because ultimately that's what it boils down to, is air pressure within the chamber. I think we could do with one up here. Once again, we're going to start eating into our algae, which is okay. That's not bad. That's what it's there for. But I do remember last season, or my last colony, we had a bit of a problem with that. We had a little bit of a problem with running out of algae. I don't think that's going to be a problem this time, just yet. And I don't think we'll hit that roadblock anytime soon. So we're going to keep rolling. We're going to truck along with what we got. Get this CO2 pushing down. And I'm going to bring you guys back here in a little bit. And hopefully we will have solved that problem at least a little bit. Alright, so everybody sit tight. Alright, everybody, welcome back. Alright, we're at cycle 10 right now, and this is where I'm going to break the episode here in just a couple minutes, alright? You see, I have pretty much consolidated everything to this area where they're going to have to work for now. This is the only place where we have clean air, but I'm going to keep the algae terrariums down here in their enabled state. And that's so that we can keep pushing the carbon dioxide down. Then as I need to, I can disable them so that we can do more work down there. I'm sorry. I can disable them so we can conserve some algae. I ran into a food shortage, so that's the reason I put the microbe musher in. I thought for sure these would start growing pretty quickly, but something's happening to them. I'm not sure what it is. They're growing and then they dip back down. Now, I don't know if they're just getting a rapid, real quick stunting because of the CO2, or what the situation is. I think they're in pretty good shape. I mean, I don't see any reason for them to not be growing. Says it's growing 27%. It was up from 26, 28, but 29. Yeah, it looks like they're still growing. And we got some food being produced, so now we're at least in a functional spot. That's what I was hoping for before the end of this episode, was something that shows, look, we're making progress. All of the carbon dioxide should be pushing down. Food is going to get made and eventually transported to here. I'm going to put some storage compactors in right here. so that we can start cleaning this place up. I want to get all this stuff dug out and our tiered system a little bit more functional. I think soon here it might be time to disable the... I'm going to disable one of these. Just one for now. And this right here might get disabled soon as well, because that's using up a lot of our algae at a 2-to-1 rate with oxygen production. So 1 gram of oxygen is costing us 2 grams of algae. Which, well, it's not terrible, it's not really what we want. And it looks like I said, I think we're caught up down here at the bottom. We're no longer inundated with carbon dioxide. This should continue to trickle down. Especially once I start digging this out. So, I think that's it. If you have any comments or ideas or suggestions on how I should build this from here on out, please leave a comment below. Leave me a little bit of insight on how you would like to see this structured, because I find you guys are a lot more proficient at games like this than I am, and I'm just kind of a conduit for your ideas. Yeah, so that's where we're gonna leave off, everybody. This is LCG. Stay happy, stay healthy, and be sure to tune in for the next episode of Oxygen Not Included.